Meet Jack, a young man who has always been fascinated by the stock market. Despite his passion and effort, he found it difficult to navigate the confusing and conflicting advice on investing. That was until he stumbled upon a book that would change his investment journey forever. Stock Market Wisdom by Kostolany offered Jack a clear and concise guide to investing, filled with practical advice and unconventional wisdom. With newfound confidence, Jack began to apply the principles from the book and was thrilled to see his portfolio grow at a faster pace. In this article, we will explore Jack's journey as an informed and successful investor, and the lessons he learned from the book that served as his guide. The stock market, my dear friend. It's a place that has captivated the minds and imaginations of people for generations. And for good reason, for it offers the promise of financial security and independence, the chance to build a fortune and secure your future. But, despite its allure, the stock market can also be a treacherous and confusing place, filled with conflicting advice and opinions. That's why, I, Kostolany, have taken it upon myself to write a book that cuts through the noise and offers a simple and straightforward guide to investing. You see, my dear reader, I have spent a lifetime studying the stock market, observing its ebbs and flows, and learning its secrets. I have seen firsthand how a little knowledge and the right strategy can go a long way in the stock market. And I want to share that knowledge with you, so that you too can benefit from the wisdom of the stock market. In my book, Stock Market Wisdom, I cover everything you need to know to get started with investing, from taking a long-term view of the market, to evaluating financial statements and performing industry analysis, to selecting individual stocks and bonds. And, I share my unconventional views on investing, views that challenge many of the conventional wisdom you may have heard. So, if you're a young man or woman, like Jack, who has always been fascinated by the stock market but has struggled to find clear and concise advice, then I invite you to pick up a copy of Stock Market Wisdom. And, I promise you, by the time you finish reading it, you will have the confidence and knowledge to make informed investment decisions and take control of your financial future. You see, Jack was a man on a mission. He wasn't one to be discouraged by a little thing like conflicting advice and convoluted information. He was determined to find the answers he was looking for, to unravel the mysteries of the stock market. He was putting in the time and effort, reading every book and article he could get his hands on, and still he wasn't making any headway. It was like trying to find a needle in a haystack, my friends. But, as I always say, if you want to succeed in life, you've got to keep pushing, no matter what. And then, one fine day, Jack's persistence paid off. While browsing in a bookstore, he stumbled upon a book that would change everything. And let me tell you, it was a book like no other. It had a cover that caught his eye, and before he knew it, Jack was flipping through the pages, and his heart was beating with excitement. This, my friends, was the guide to investing that Jack had been searching for. It was written in a simple and straightforward manner, but it was packed with wisdom and insight that would change Jack's life forever. You see, the book was called Stock Market Wisdom by Kostolany, and it was like a breath of fresh air for Jack. He devoured the book in a matter of days, and he was amazed at how practical and relevant the advice was. Jack learned about the importance of taking a long-term view of the stock market, how to evaluate financial statements and perform industry analysis, and how to select individual stocks and bonds. And best of all, he learned about Andre's unconventional views on investing, which challenged many of the conventional wisdom Jack had been taught. With newfound confidence, Jack began to apply the principles he had learned from stock market wisdom to his own investments. And let me tell you, the results were nothing short of phenomenal. Jack was able to make better informed decisions, and his portfolio was growing at a pace he never thought possible. Jack was thrilled with the results, and he couldn't thank Kostolany enough for writing such a valuable guide to investing. Now, let me tell you something about myself, Kostolany. I am a true stock market legend, with a career spanning several decades. I have seen it all, from market crashes to bull markets, and I have learned a thing or two about investing along the way. My philosophy is simple: take a long-term view, do your research, and above all, never be afraid to challenge conventional wisdom. That's how I became known as the king of stocks in my home country of Hungary, and that's how I gained a reputation as one of the greatest stock market minds of all time. When I wrote Stock Market Wisdom, I had one goal in mind: to share my knowledge and experience with the world. I wanted to help people like Jack, who were struggling to find a clear and concise guide to investing. And it seems that my mission was successful. I have received countless letters and emails from people who have read my book and used my advice to improve their investments. It is a true honor to know that my words have made a difference in people's lives. So, if you're like Jack and you're looking for a guide to investing, look no further. Stock Market Wisdom is the book for you. In its pages, you will find everything you need to know about the stock market, from the basics to the most advanced concepts. You'll learn how to evaluate financial statements, perform industry analysis, select individual stocks and bonds, and much more. And most importantly, you'll learn my philosophy of investing, which is based on taking a long-term view, doing your research, and never being afraid to challenge conventional wisdom. So, what are you waiting for? Grab a copy of Stock Market Wisdom today and start your journey to becoming a stock market master, just like me, Kostolany. Let me tell you, investing is not for the faint of heart. It takes guts, discipline, and a healthy dose of common sense to succeed in the stock market. But with the right approach, anyone can do it. And that's what I want to share with you in Stock Market Wisdom. I have distilled my decades of experience into a simple, straightforward guide that anyone can follow. Whether you are a seasoned investor or just starting out, you will find valuable insights and practical advice in these pages. One of the things I am most proud of in my book is that I challenge many of the conventional wisdom about investing. You see, too many people are afraid to think for themselves, and they follow the herd instead. But the stock market is not a place for followers, it's a place for leaders. That's why I encourage you to think for yourself and never be afraid to challenge the status quo. If you do, I promise you, you will be ahead of the curve and on the path to financial freedom. Another important aspect of stock market wisdom is that I stress the importance of taking a long-term view. Too many people get caught up in the short-term fluctuations of the stock market and make poor decisions as a result. But if you take a long-term view and focus on the fundamentals of a company, you will be able to make better informed decisions and avoid the pitfalls of short-term thinking. So, don't wait any longer, grab a copy of Stock Market Wisdom today and start your journey to financial freedom. With my guidance, you will become a stock market master in no time, and you will be on your way to building a solid portfolio that will stand the test of time. Now, I don't want to give away too much about what you'll find in my book, but let me tell you this, you'll learn about the importance of evaluating financial statements, performing industry analysis, and selecting individual stocks and bonds. This may seem like a lot to take on at first, but with my clear explanations and real-life examples, you'll quickly understand how to apply these concepts in your own investing. And that's just the beginning. You'll also discover how to identify market trends, spot the best opportunities, and make informed decisions that will help you grow your wealth over time. I've seen too many people make costly mistakes because they don't understand the market, but with Stock Market Wisdom, you'll be able to avoid these pitfalls and make smart investments that will pay off in the long run. I also share my unconventional views on investing, which have helped me to achieve tremendous success over the years. By breaking free from conventional wisdom and thinking outside the box, you too can achieve great things. But you don't have to take my word for it. Just read Stock Market Wisdom and see for yourself how my insights and advice can help you achieve financial freedom. So, if you're ready to take control of your financial future, pick up a copy of Stock Market Wisdom today. You won't regret it, I guarantee it. Remember, investing is a marathon, not a sprint. So, take your time, stay focused, and always remember, the stock market is a place for leaders, not followers. And let me tell you, young Jack was a smart fellow. He realized that all the conflicting advice out there was simply a result of people not having a clear and concise guide to investing. But that's where my book came in. Jack found it in a bookstore, and I'm glad he did, because it changed his life. You see, Jack was struggling to make sense of all the information he was reading about the stock market. But once he read Stock Market Wisdom, everything clicked. He devoured the book in a matter of days and was amazed at the wisdom and insight he found within its pages. Jack was especially intrigued by my unconventional views on investing, which challenged many of the conventional wisdom he had been taught. With newfound confidence, Jack began to apply the principles he had learned from my book to his own investments. And what do you know? He soon discovered that he was making better informed decisions and his portfolio was growing at a faster pace than ever before. Jack was thrilled with the results and couldn't thank me enough for writing such a valuable guide to investing. So, if you're like Jack and are tired of trying to sift through all the conflicting advice out there, give Stock Market Wisdom a try. I promise you, it will be like a breath of fresh air. Clear, concise, and filled with practical advice that you can start applying to your investments right away. Investing doesn't have to be complicated, and with my book as your guide, you'll soon see the results for yourself. And let me tell you, young Jack was not one to rest on his laurels. He remained a dedicated student of the stock market, constantly seeking out new knowledge and new ways to improve his investments. That's the kind of mindset you need if you want to be successful in the stock market. You can never stop learning, my friend. And whenever Jack needed a reminder of the wisdom he had learned from stock market wisdom, he would simply reach for his well-worn copy of the book. It was like a trusty companion that he could always count on. And that's what my book is meant to be, a guide that will help you navigate the stock market with confidence, no matter what challenges you may face. So, if you're looking for a clear and concise guide to investing, look no further than Stock Market Wisdom. It's the book that changed young Jack's life, and it can change yours too. With its practical advice and unconventional views on investing, you'll be on your way to financial success in no time. Remember, the stock market is your friend, not your enemy. Embrace it, learn from it, and most importantly, have fun with it. And I, Andre Kostolany, couldn't be more proud to have played a small role in Jack's investment journey. It's stories like his that make all the time I spent writing Stock Market Wisdom worth it. To see someone take my words and apply them to their own investments, to see the positive impact it has on their life, well, that's truly the greatest reward a writer could ask for. But, don't just take my word for it. Pick up a copy of Stock Market Wisdom for yourself and see what it can do for you. Don't let the conflicting advice out there confuse you any longer. My book will give you the clarity and confidence you need to make informed investment decisions. And who knows, maybe one day you'll be the one writing a story about how stock market wisdom changed your life. So, what are you waiting for? Start your investment journey today and discover the wisdom of the stock market. And, always remember, the stock market is a place where you can make a fortune if you're smart, and where you can lose your shirt if you're foolish. Choose wisely, my friend, and the stock market will be your faithful companion on the road to financial success.